I've learned that confidence isn't something you just wake up with. It's something you earn slowly as you grow with intention. And when Lime Entertainment helped me sign my second contract, I knew everything would be different, because I wasn't walking in blind. In fact, I had my eyes focused on two specific goals. I knew I would dance, but I wanted to flip, and I wanted to fly. And I spent months preparing because I wasn't sure I would be able to do either. Soon I found myself in Miami for rehearsals, but this time I wasn't the overwhelmed new kid. I felt grounded. And with every rehearsal, my confidence built, even if we were down a boy the whole time. Because not only was I ready, I got to revamp my favorite show, Rock City. There were still moments where I doubted myself, but I trusted the work I had put in. And sure enough, I was on track to achieve the goals I had set out. I was approved to flip in Rock City. And I was signed off to fly in Elyria. And by sheer serendipity, the same faces that got me through my first contract were suddenly my captains for my second.
Now how's that for bromance?
And having them there made everything a little less scary, to have something familiar to hold on to while I became friends with a new set of incredibly talented strangers from all around the world. After completing our office runs, we started our long journey to the ship and flew to Europe together so we could board onto our new home, the Celebrity Constellation.
We have just made it. We had a long flight.
A stressful fucking day in my life.
We've managed to get a little bit of sleep, for some of us have, and we're ready to start exploring and drinking.
Even after 7 months at sea on Eclipse last year, stepping onto a new vessel still feels surreal, like entering a new world with its own culture, only learned through participation. But opening shows will always have that same rush no matter what ship I'm on, even if there might be a couple snags during install.
Cool. Clear the stage, everyone. Just come down so you're all safe.
Rock City came first, which was poetic to start this contract with the show that closed my last. And the moment I landed my flip on stage, something in me unlocked, because I had visualized that goal for years, and suddenly it was real. Then came Soundtrack, a show of movie soundtracks we put to life on stage with a lot of fun acting elements. And this theatric show was always a safe one to see on my schedule because even if we had lots of notes, I knew we'd be successful. Then Elyria, the show I got to fly in. The moment my feet left the ground for the first time, I knew I wasn't the same. Hanging in the air, held up by trust, timing, and a whole team supporting me, I felt like I had stepped into a version of myself I'd been trying to meet my whole life. After the singers opened up Broadway Cabaret, and a few pop-ups later, we found ourselves living the dream again. We performed every other day, bouncing around the Mediterranean with boat trips in breathtaking coves, eating gourmet foods, and I was geeking out over all the geography and history around us.
That's the north of Africa. This is Europe's most active volcano. Right now we're in the ancient city of Pompeii. That's mainland Italy right there.
And sometimes, people get added into your life exactly when you need them.
I just joined the ship.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Going on in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I feel really good.
All right.
And sure, there will always be nuances to living on ships that limits universal understanding, like waiting for security after you've been locked out of your room.
Notice how no one's laughing.
Or a storm so bad that the ship lists. Or the anchor that sometimes wakes you up at 6 a.m. But the view from the ship at sea makes it all worth it, especially at sunset. Then, just 9 shows later,
Elyria! Second, then Elyria. 4, 5, 6, Elyria. 7, 8, Elyria number 9.
Elyria closed. It hit me hard, especially because we didn't know our last show would be our last. But I held on to what it gave me. I flew. And nothing can take that away. Because the biggest thing I've learned about working on these ships is that nothing is promised. So you should feel gratitude towards each day. You could be appreciating the picturesque coastlines.
We are exploring rocks. It's nice.
Or the beautiful architecture that seemingly only exists in movies.
How does it make this?
Literally.
Truly living life to the fullest and storming the stage you've worked years to get to. And then one day, it all gets taken away. We said goodbye to one of our own due to an injury halfway through.
Do what feels good for you. Because then if you don't do that, then you might injure your knee. And makes it harder.
Which is incredibly inconvenient because she was not only a close friend, but my dance partner. A lot. Unfortunately, the magic of this life is in its unpredictability, because sometimes life is a party with over 60 nationalities, and sometimes it's just ordinary.
I feel really happy because this apple was the best apple.
Sometimes it's experiencing something you never knew existed in a place you can't pronounce, and sometimes it's rehearsal. Sometimes you perform your favorite show, and sometimes you skip a port in the Atlantic crossing, forcing you 8 days at sea.
We will enjoy an additional day at sea.
It's been a long crossing. We just crossed the Atlantic. 8 whole days. This is day number 9, our first time touching land.
But thankfully, I had my friends to help me get through all of it. And after crossing the pond, our shoreside goal switched from Mediterranean exploration to Caribbean relaxation.
Hey, guess who's just accepted for the conference, honey?
Back in Paradise City, baby. We had a full cast again. And we enjoyed every beach we could find, where we snorkeled in secluded reefs, interacted with exotic animals, and of course, we had a few drinks. And while not every port is life-changing,
So right now, we're walking back to the ship. Nassau's a bit shit.
the ones that are worth every dime.
By the way, this is my life right now.
And in these fleeting moments, I couldn't help but feel deja vu to Eclipse, seeing similar ports with some of the same faces
Do I look familiar? I've seen this before.
and performing my favorite show again. And I felt immense gratitude for the opportunity to be able to perform it once more.
I so fucking love this show like the day I first learned it.
Because every show is a blessing, but this show changed me for the better.
I mean, what a fucking blessing this is to have this job, to be able to do this show, perform on that stage with these people.
It's the people that define the contract, not the shows. And by definition, there will always be lonely moments, because while beautiful, the ocean is ever present, and it can remind you how physically isolated you really are. Luckily, I had my hobbies to keep me company, and I spent my personal time playing piano and solving Rubik's Cubes. And over time, I even learned how to do one blindfolded. And it was there I felt truly seen, not on the stage.
Yes! I did it! I fucking did it! A05 1903. Oh, okay. I'm never cubing again.
Because I taught half the cast how to do one as well,
I like solving Rubik's Cubes, and somehow I convinced a bunch of my friends to solve them with me.
and the most beautiful part was watching them teach each other. And my absolute favorite thing about this job is not only the people I meet, but how culturally different we really are. And sometimes life will surprise you with who you end up getting closer to. Because you could be a web designer in Ukraine, or a sheep farmer in South Africa, but we all come together to share the stage and perform some pretty incredible shows. So thank you. Cheers. Kia ora. Dakuyu. Ta. Danki. Y gracias. For allowing me to represent the United States in this truly multicultural cast. But it comes with a catch. Because my favorite part about this job is also the worst part. Because one day, it ends. And we say goodbye to the people we love, unsure when or if we'll see them again, and we all go back to our lives that happen to be continents apart. And that day I worked hard to feel gratitude towards what I was losing, because leaving made me feel the most alone I've ever felt. But like I said, nothing is promised, and if it didn't end, we would never acknowledge what a rarefied and special experience this was, because just like everything else, it would grow to be mundane. So the temporary nature of this life is actually fundamentally intertwined with its significance. I performed 122 times in 6 months across 7 shows, and saw places I will never forget with people I love. And that statement alone makes it all worth it. So thank you to everyone who helped make this contract special, and to everyone who shared the stage with me while I achieved my dreams, because I've still got my wings, and now I know I'm capable of anything. See you on the next one. Robbie.